All right, I'm gonna tell you guys about the one thing that if you were to embody, it would make you attractive to the opposite sex. And I don't mean just attractive, I mean legitimately would make them swoon. Attraction is not a choice. And this simple mindset, this simple belief that if you were to embody it and believe it through and through, you have no choice but for women to be attracted to you. Now, for this to be the case, here, I'm gonna go down the line and actually teach you about a simple idea, frame battles. Wow, frame battles are something that a lot of mainstream, different platforms talked about, a lot of different, charisma coaches, and I'm gonna go a lot more in depth with it. So there's two different types of frames. There's an emotional frame and there's a logical frame. The emotional frame is if I feel something and I feel it stronger than you feel it, over a period of time, one of our emotions is gonna win out. And it's gonna be the person with the strongest frame of emotion. Whether that's anger, sadness, fear, depression, whether it's whatever it is, it's a frame battle. Now, if you're talking to a girl and you feel relaxed, you feel happy, maybe you feel excited, you don't feel nervous, anxious, guess what? She's gonna feel the exact same way. And if you feel calm, calm is the doorway to a girl getting turned on. If she's relaxed, calm, if she feels at ease around you in your presence, now she can actually go about the manners, go about the steps to start getting aroused by you. If a girl is anxious, fearful around you, oftentimes this can cause her to not be able to get turned on, not to get aroused. So if you're anxious and fearful around her, it's the opposite of what she needs. So if you feel calm and relaxed in a conversation with a girl, now she can get turned on. Now she can start to actually receive you. Now, logical frame. Logical frame is the idea that if I believe something so strongly, you're gonna start believing it. Now, I see this a lot with common culture nowadays where the media and everybody gets they become this giant, massive tribe. And if the tribe starts believing something, you start believing it. It's a massive frame, it's strength of frame. And it takes a lot for somebody a lot of self-confidence for somebody to believe in their own frame. So if we go on an island and one of us was a Buddhist and the other one was Christian, isolated from all other frames, over the course of years, one of those is gonna overcome the other. Or it's gonna become a blend of the two, depending on all the different beliefs and whatnot. But the mindsets beliefs are gonna start melding together until both people come to the same conclusion. It's how humans work. Now, here's the fun thing. This can be hacked. You can use this to hack the matrix in a way. And it's through human willpower and through self-brainwashing that you can actually make this a thing. So let's say hypothetically that you believed you were the same thing as Michael Jackson, that you thought you were a rock star. You didn't just think you were attractive. You thought you were the sexiest fucking thing on planet Earth. Now, here's the thing. If you walk up to a girl with this energy, what's the first thing you're gonna get? Is she gonna drop her panties? No, she's gonna shit test you. She's gonna push on your frame and feel how strongly do you believe this frame? Because I've never talked to a guy with your frame before, and I don't know if I believe you. I feel like this is a trick. So she'll push on you. She will try to feel how resolutely you believe this about yourself. And if you believe it stronger than she believes not, guess what? She's gonna become attracted. So if you think that you are a rock star, you think you're 1 in 10 million, 1 in a billion, and you legitimately believe it, it becomes the frame, it becomes reality. Now, you're probably on the other side of the camera right now being like, yeah, but Denton, there's no way that I could possibly believe this about myself. I don't have the backing. Now, why do you think you believe so lowly of yourself? Why do you think it is that you don't think you're attractive? It's because you're comparing yourself to everybody else. You're looking at the TV, you're looking at Instagram, you're looking at all these things, and you're like, I don't have that, so I'm not that. The world has you almost brainwashed, has you pimped. They think that you're a certain way when you're not. You even sub-communicate to the girls, this is my value. And you're saying this because you're looking at everything else, and now because you're looking at all this, you're like, well, I'm none of that. So it must be this. And then you sub-communicate to the girl that I am this. You tell people exactly how to treat you. You tell girls exactly what you are. Here's the funny thing about this. A girl will tell you that she's not to a certain type, look, height. But the second that you actually believe in yourself, the second that you think that you are of value, she no longer cares about this. And I've seen this happen so many times over the course of years of me doing this. You become what she finds attractive. You become her king. You become that which she wants. And it's funny, a lot of girls, whenever they say they want something, it's because they had a good experience with a guy that looked like that in the past, and now they're imposing action as ego. They're like, I've had this classical in the past, so I must like this, which isn't the case. It's the same thing with guys, where a guy's like backwards rationalize he likes an overweight chick, which some guys do have like a a type they like, but here's the thing, they had a good experience with a girl that looks like that, or they've had nothing but experiences with people that look like that, and now they're rationalizing the action. Now they're rationalizing the ego, and now that becomes a kink. Now the girl's like, I like this, I like that, I like this. But in all actuality, if she's to find a guy with this energy that I'm talking about right here, it would not matter. A girl would test you, she'll push on you, she'll tell you that you are not her type, but do you care? Do you push back? Are you like, this is the biggest thing in the world? And if you are resolute and confident and like, dude, quit being ridiculous, none of that shit matters, and just solid, it won't matter. Now, here's the way that you actually can embody this, because I know a lot of you guys are watching this right now and being like, easier said than done. There's a few different ways. The first way is momentum. Getting yourself out there, taking a lot of approaching. For me to get like this kind of energy, it takes me about a year and a half, I'd say. For me to actually get this energy that I'm talking to you guys about in the video, this confidence, year and a half. It also takes a lot of brainwashing. It takes a lot of time to kind of unhinge from this Instagram, social media culture, from this TV shows you see all the time that tell you that this is what matters, from your friends that also are feeding this, getting fed this media that tell them this stuff, and then they're also feeding this back to you. Everything's a frame. They're all feeding into this massive frame that gets superimposed and repeated and regurgitated, and over time, you get beaten over the head with this energy, with this belief that isn't true, that isn't right. Everybody's getting like told and sold the same bullshit that they're now telling you and selling you on the bullshit. It's ridiculous. It's back to the Dunning-Kruger effect. People that don't go out and talk to girls always believe this. Brainwash yourself. So everywhere I write, like I even have it tattooed on myself, 12/10, 12 out of 10. Put everywhere in your house, start brainwashing yourself. Remind yourself every day why you're the best possible thing for any girl you ever talk to. Every time you see 12/10 on your windows, on your mirrors, a piece of paper, you say to yourself, why am I the best thing for every girl on this planet Earth? All right? Why am I the best possible thing? Now, over time, you'll start brainwashing yourself, you'll start moving yourself in this direction, and eventually it'll become just the way it is. And girls will start feeding you back this energy. Guys will start telling you that you are of value, that you are attractive. It's the funniest thing, like over time, like I found myself getting more and more of this, and it becomes a snowball effect. And then as time goes on, everybody's just like, yeah, he's just an attractive guy, that's why he gets the girls. Or he has this, or he has that. When we know it's because of the work that we put into this shit. Now, last but not least, this one is probably the hardest piece out of all this. Win. And win a lot. Lose a lot. So it's winning and losing. It's a mixture of the both. It's by taking the actions that other people are afraid to take. It's by going and doing things that are scary and possibly losing, and sometimes winning. And when you win, awesome. It's another check why you're so awesome. If you lose, it gives you that resolute foundation that when people push on you, like the girl's like, you're not attractive, you're not this, you're not that. You've been through that bullshit. You were hardened. You're solid. You're a piece of concrete because you were forged in fire, and that's the difference. It's not neither necessarily the good or the bad. It's a little bit of both. It's the tempering. One is the one that puts you in the fire and makes you more malleable. The other one is the shaving and the sharpening of the edge to create that sword. So you need both. You need the good and the bad. And through both the good and the bad, by chasing the things you're afraid to do, you're gonna get both. You're gonna get little increments of both. Chasing your purpose, like chasing a business, going into doing something that you would love doing despite the money. When your family tells you, no, don't do this, that is a sign you're onto the right track. When your friends and family say, no, that's not possible, you're on the right track. When people look at you like you're an idiot, you're on the right track. Now, I know I gave you guys a lot to work with. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you are interested in bootcamp, text the phone number that I'll leave down below. BCAMP, I'm filling up pretty fast on bootcamps. Let me know. With that being said, peace. Got them in range and I come in a rover, running their mouth and I'm running them over. Wait till I fucking approach you. Look at my dad like your son is a soldier. Don't nobody got it like me, man. I got him on the ropes to Muhammad Ali. Like none of y'all hot as I be, dog. You ain't on my level, you ain't not in my league. I'm feeling like an animal in him. I'm like, looking like a cataclysm when I be bodying the beat and I be